So Lil Wayne was doing an interview where the interviewer asked him about the Black Lives Matter movement. And I'm not even sure why she asked him because I didn't see the whole interview. I just saw the clip where she asked him about the Black Lives Matter movement. And I did see like a clip from some title performance or some shit that he did. And he was on stage crooning about Black Lives Matter. I'm not quite sure what that was about. So that may have triggered her to ask that question. Or she might have just asked an idiot a question, knew she was going to get an idiot-ass answer, and it was going to be great for TV. So, I don't know. But anyhow, so they asked Lil Wayne about the Black Lives Matter movement, and he gave his response, which did not surprise me because I kind of expect that of Lil Wayne. I didn't expect anything more. I mean, if he would have done more, I would have been shocked. Like, I'd have been like, wow, he really has a brain, you know what I'm saying? He's a thinking person. He's not just a puppet, you know, but he did his usual puppet shit. And I was like, oh, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that's pretty much where Lil Wayne would stand on that. I'm not saying that all blacks need to take a stance on Black Lives Matter. I'm not saying that. However, if you're not, I'm just kind of looking at you like, why? So when people say all lives matter, it kind of make me feel like when people ask Hillary Clinton about Bill Clinton. Bitch, Bill Clinton's not running for president. I am. You know what I'm saying? We ain't talking about all lives right now. We're talking about Black Lives Matter right now. Okay, that's what we're talking about. We're here. Stay here. Don't try to take away from the situation. We're here. Just to go back to what I was saying before I got distracted with my little rant there. I'm not saying that everyone needs to take a stance on Black Lives Matter, or that all black people need to take a stance on Black Lives Matter. You know, we do live in America. There's freedom of belief, freedom of speech. You know, you can feel and believe however you like to. You know what I'm saying? If you don't feel like you want to take a stance on it, you have the right to not do that. You know what I'm saying? So if I walk past you on the street and you're one of the people who are not taking a stance on Black Lives Matter, I don't need to know shit about it. I won't know shit about it. I'm just going to walk right past you. You know what I'm saying? Two ships passing in the motherfucking night. I'm not going to know nothing about it until they sit your ass down with an interview and somebody asks you a question and then you just give your motherfucking opinion on where you stand on it, or you give your stance on it. So then when you do that, now it's shit's up for discussion. Now it's up for debate. Now I know how you feel about it. Now we can fucking talk about it, bitch. You know what I'm saying? See, my cousin told me years ago, my cousin Andre, he said it's better to keep your mouth closed and let people think you're a fool than to open your mouth and show people that you're a fool. So when someone asks you about the Black Lives Matter movement and then you begin to give your stance on it, I'm interested to hear that. I'm leaning in. I'm like, I want to hear this. I want to hear what she's got to say. And the shit that's amazing me is that some people are trying to pick Lil Wayne's little interview apart like he said some profound shit, some underlined profound shit, and like, oh no, because he really meant, no, what he's saying is, bitch, no, there's nothing there other than what he fucking said. That shit didn't come from deep inside buddy love. That shit came from right here on the surface, bitch. You know what I'm saying? It came from right here. There's nothing deeper. There's nothing that you need to look into. What he said is what he said. It's right there, bitch. So then I'm looking at his ass, high as a motherfucker, right? Sitting there high as fuck with this dumbass fucking look on his mouth, with these dumbass fucking responses coming from him. And I'm looking at the fucking interviewer like, bitch, of all people that you could have asked this question to, that could have made an impactful response to it, why the fuck would you ask Lil Wayne? Why Lil Wayne? You could have said this shit to Nas, Jay-Z, Common, somebody who would have had an intelligent answer, somebody who could have contributed to a bitch, really? But what I'm saying is that question could have been asked to somebody who could have given an impactful response to a very serious issue in our country, as opposed to someone who mentally can't. Lil Wayne could have took that moment and had an impactful response, or even better, he could have took that moment and just shut the fuck up. Both of them would have been better than what he did, but no, that's not what he did. He got on camera and spewed his foolery, spewed his stupidity, spewed his goofiness, spewed his ignorance, and tried to take away from an issue that is important in America where people are fucking dying. To tell everyone that, oh no, all lives matter Not just black, all lives matter. And if black lives didn't matter, how would I be rich as a black man when there's a white cameraman filming me right now? We're in a country where there's a large percentage of the country, right? And we've seen that with this year's election. There's a large percentage of the country that doesn't need facts. They don't need any kind of factual information. All they need is for something to just roll with. Just give them something to roll with. So they got this one black person who's in front of all these people, who is on this platform in front of all of these people and says that, hey, how can it mean that black lives don't matter? Look, I'm black and I'm rich. There's a white guy filming me. I matter. Look at that. So how they gonna say black? All they need is that. They're gonna take that shit and roll with it, bitch. Roll with it. So now the rest of us are fucking delusional and just making shit up. Because look at this man right here. He's clearly rich. And that's all they fucking need. And this is the part that pisses me off with Pinocchio. They give Pinocchio some money. They give Pinocchio some nice cars with some wheels that spin around and they shiny and shit. They say, hey, Pinocchio, you want some big chains? They give Pinocchio some big ass fucking chains. Oh, you like gold teeth in your mouth? You like a gold front with some... Here, slide that inside your mouth. You know what I'm saying? You're rich. You are rich. I'm wealthy. You're rich. You are rich. And see what they don't want you to know, because you're so focused on being fucking rich, sitting in that goddamn chair telling everybody how you rich and a white cameraman is fooling you. You don't also realize that not only are you rich, you are also powerful. And that's why they like a motherfucker like you, because you don't even fucking know that. You don't know that you have power in what the fuck you say, and the power in your fucking stance and the fame that you have. You don't even know that with your dumb ass. You just sitting there spewing your fucking ignorance. And the shit that pisses me off too is that these motherfuckers can go all around the world and traveled in every country and everything and still mentally never left a motherfucking block. Mentally on the same goddamn street. They got all this money and all you can see is big chains and nice motherfucking cars. Well, goddamn it. And sadly, we have a lot of African American celebrities who are like that, who have the money and they don't know that they have the power. They just got money and they just out here buying cars, and it's a very selfish thing. They only think of themselves. Like I said, one of the biggest problems we have is that we're crabs in a fucking barrel. All we do is just pull each other fucking down, and if we do get up out the fucking barrel, we ain't reaching back to help nobody else out, bitch. You know what I'm saying? We get all this fucking money and all we can think about is putting 17 motherfucking cars inside of a fucking garage, instead of going back to your community and helping out the motherfucking community, or taking your voice and taking your platform and doing something with it. I'm not going to give him the out that he was high, and so that's why he said, I'm not giving that to him. I'm sorry, I've been high before. That's not what happens, you know what I'm saying? The part that annoyed me the fucking most is that when she asked him about the Black Lives Matter movement, he sat there and looked puzzled as to like, I don't even know what Black Lives, like I don't even know what you're talking about. Like all these people, all these young black men that have died, and you got the fucking nerve to sit up there and act like you don't know anything, like you ain't heard nothing about the Black Lives Matter movement. You ain't heard nothing about it. That shit irritated the fuck out of me, y'all. But I bet if she would have asked him, should they legalize motherfucking weed, his ass would have been like, oh, hell yeah, weed should be legal. Oh, you could take a stance on that. Oh, your mind is clear enough for you to answer correctly on that, bitch. Nah, ho. This shit have fucking annoyed me, girl. I was so fucking annoyed. So then, Black Lives Matter. Like he's so fucking puzzled. Like he never heard of Black Lives Matter. He's so fucking puzzled, bitch. I could have smacked the shit out of his ass if I was fucking interviewing him. Just pow! Just smack his stupid ass off the fucking chair and shit. But you know about motherfucking Black Lives Dollar, bitch. You know about the Black Lives Dollar because the Black Lives Dollar, bitch, got you to where you are right now, bitch. Because when you started out, girl, it wasn't them skateboarders, bitch, buying your motherfucking music. You didn't go to the white communities to sell your fucking music. You came to us, bitch. You came on our shows to sell your music. So you know who the fuck we are, bitch. Don't act like you don't know who the fuck we are. You know us, bitch. You know us well. And I use this term loosely because I don't think this organ really pertains to them, but they come out the same brain. So some of his supporters are just going to be right there with him no matter what. They just like, oh, you know, they're just going to follow blindly. Lastly, the interviewer. Bitch, you knew what you was doing when you asked this fucking idiot that question. You could have asked him anything else. Something that he could have answered, something that he had a smidget of knowledge about. You know what I'm saying? You could have asked him about a fucking skateboard. He likes to skate. Ask him about a goddamn skateboard. But no, you chose to ask Lil fucking Wayne, Lil Brain, a fucking political question of a issue of importance to Lil Wayne, and gives us this fucking foolish ass goddamn response. Now it worked out for you because now you're all over the fucking place, and here I am talking about your motherfucking ass. So it worked out for you. Lil Wayne, yes, you're rich, but you also have power. And you need to realize that. You can also make a difference. You can also take a stance. So you need to realize that. So before I double snap up and go edit this video to the best of my motherfucking ability, because you know I can't edit for shit. Lil Wayne, you know, yes, you are rich. You are not wealthy because there's still somebody writing your checks. But you are rich, and what they don't want you to know and what they count on you not knowing is that you have power. You're a young black male with the ears of many, with a platform, and you have the power to change the world. You have the power to change things, and they want you to not know that. They bank on you spending your money on cars, big chains, gold teeth, and silly shit, and not spending the money on your knowledge or education. They count on you doing that shit. The shit wasn't okay for you to just disrespect a movement that so many people have been affected by. So many families, an entire community has been affected by this shit. So it wasn't okay for you to just come out here and just act like I don't see what the problem is. I'm good, so I don't know why they have a problem. I only mind my business. That shit wasn't okay for me. So I had a problem with that. And because of that, I don't know. Right now, I can't fuck with you. So I'm not saying I don't know what everybody else is going to do. Me personally, I can't fuck with you. So with that being said, double snap up and go. I made another video about the smell bound candles. Check that video out, and I'll holler at y'all later.